Hi, my Sagittarian friends. Here with your weekly reading. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat just as I said that. I apologize. Let me get a little something to drink here. Sorry about that. Okay, so a couple of things. First off, I do accept free will donations for the readings that I do here. If you would like to donate, that link is in the comment section. Second thing is I have a couple of new tools that we're working with today, so I'll share those with you now. As you know, I work with a pendulum. This week I have my new lapis lazuli pendulum. Lapis lazuli is the psychic stone. It is the seer stone. Helps with vision. And this lapis lazuli is so excited to be working with you guys today. Look at it. It's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I'm present. The second one is this really fun little tool that I just got that is a clear crystal dice. And it does have planetary symbols on that. And when you roll the dice, it tells you what kind of deities and focus you should be working with for the week. So it's a fun little tool. I've been having a good time playing with it today. So, right? Okay. So here we go. Sagittarius. Have patience, right? Look at that little fairy sitting there going, all right, when is this going to happen? What is going on? When, right? And Sagittarius, you're already known for being restless, right? You're the restless souls. You love to just be go, 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 do, be, right? So having patience and not worrying is your wisdom for the week. Okay. Now, as an obstacle, you did get the Two of Summer, which, is about relationships and commitments. But even more than that, I think that, it's about giving up on your heart, right? If you think about love and you think about commitment, whenever, like when you get the Lovers card, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship, right? It could be any kind of a relationship. So in this, as an obstacle for you this week, and it could be relationship related. I'm not going to say it's not, because it could be, since it did come up. And there is so many Sagittariuses, right? Like there's somebody certainly in a relationship somewhere that's having issues or starting a new relationship. But this is as an obstacle. And so this could be a struggle in a relationship. But the obstacle is that you're wanting to give up on things related to your heart, right? Because you're getting impatient. You're not allowing the process. You're not following the process. It's kind of what I'm picking up right now. Let's see what else we got. The King of Summer. I'm so sorry, I lied. The King of Spring. I apologize. And this is all about innovation, And I like to think of Sagittarius as being very innovative. They don't think they're creative, but they are. At least my Sagittarius daughter doesn't think she's creative, but she is, and comes up with new ideas and new ways of thinking. And I want you to think about that as you think about not having patience and struggling to make that connections and in relationships and I'm there and I'm not quite there. The pendulum says I'm not quite on target with this, so I'm leaning in a little bit here. Bear with me. When you think about, I'm going to go back. I'm going to just go back and look at your cards here a little bit as I'm clarifying what came to mind. So it comes up that you are worried, you're struggling, you're not having patience, you're getting, stressed out, right? Not really taking time to really kind of plan out your next steps. But an obstacle to that is wanting to just give up on the whole thing because you're just worried about it and you're frustrated and you're just wanting to be off balance and the pendulum's really going to town. But know that you do have support, right? And your support comes in ways that you would never, ever, ever expect. But you do have to trust the process. You can't just throw in the towel and go, okay, I'm done playing now. I'm over this. I'm done. Nope, you're being asked to hold tight because you have support. And it's support that you need to lean on, right? The pendulum is really in agreement with this. Okay. Kindness is your healing with the fairies deck. And this beautiful little fairy is loving on this little bunny. Kindness. We often refer to kindness as thoughtfulness, yet kindness is more correctly described as lovefulness. By drawing this card, the fairies hand you the wonderful assignment of looking for opportunities to be kind today. This may mean undercover kindness in which you do anonymous good deeds, or it could mean being extra alert for strangers who could use a helpful hand or a thoughtful word. Kindness can also entail letting someone else win the argument or volunteering for a cause you truly believe in. By paying attention to the implications of every thought and action, you begin to develop a kindness habit. Your new energy of kindness attracts new loving friends into your sphere. As you practice kindness towards animals, plants, and the environment, you develop a closer relationship with nature. Most importantly, when you are particularly kind toward yourself, by thinking about yourself compassionately and by taking time out for yourself, you are rewarded with a deep sense of inner satisfaction and peace. And I'm going to go back for a minute. So at this point, we had the Seven of Autumn, which, is about having patience and not worrying and taking the time to rest because you're in the middle of it. And you've been in the middle of it and you've been struggling and you've been trying to figure it out. You're frustrated and you're tired and you're worn out. And so part of that is being kind to yourself, right? And that's where this healing with fairies comes in. Card comes in about kindness, right? Being kind to yourself, but also being kind to the other people involved, right? Because sometimes in our frustration, and especially if you're talking about your romantic relationship, in our frustration, what do? We take it out on those closest to us. And then that can cause even more frustration and more worry and more obstacles in our way, right? So remember kindness to everyone around you and most importantly to yourself, because that's where I think that Sagittarians, I think that's what this is really calling for you right now, right? Being kind to yourself. Letting yourself give up that worry, letting yourself give up that frustration, being kind to yourself, showing yourself that really beautiful kindness that you deserve. Okay, and you got an Earth Star Chakra card, Soul Memory. Find the balance and beauty in being present while drinking from wisdom of the past. There is gold to be mined from what no longer is, and precious nuggets to be tilled from what is hidden. Sojourn in the deep. Travel for a while back in time to receive the lessons still active for you. The greatest gifts await you when you give yourself permission to go back and within to retrieve them. You cannot live in your memory, but it is good and advised to visit. Crystal for that is black kyanite, and the herb is myrrh resin. And so when you think about that, about worry, frustration, and the fact that that soul memory card came up for you, the spirit guides are saying, yes, yes, yes. Where in the past have you been in this like situation, right? What's the pattern? Is there a pattern? If there is a pattern, what can we grab from that? What can we learn from that? What can we go back and dig up those nuggets of information, right? What kind of gold is back there in those memories that we can pull forward into this current situation? What did I do in the past? Am I repeating the same thing? Or at the time, did I say, oh, well, I'm not going to do that again, but here you are again, right? Like, look for those patterns, look for the ways that your soul memory can assist you right now, right? Remember, we talked about an unexpected supporter of your cause. Could be those soul memories, right? Being pulled out and giving us a glimpse of what has already happened in comparison to where we are now. And then how can we move forward with that, right? Good medicine right there. Okay, third eye chakra is psychic awakening. You have the ability to awaken new and mysterious forms of reality. Think astral travel, visions and dreams, night magic. Think shadow, the unknown, and faith. Think new beginnings and new dreams. They're all waiting for you to discover and unleash them. What will you do with this new awareness that wants to come through you? Consider the many ways that you can help and heal others by becoming the oracle you are meant to be. The crystal is blue aventurine and the herb is cypress. I think that's a very interesting card for you, right? Because you are having all the stress, all the worry. You're wanting to just say whatever. But the fact is that you have these unexpected supporters of your cause. And I think that they are coming through in that soul memory, what you can learn from the past, and also in your psychic awakening and what you're bringing forth, what you're birthing, right? And maybe that's where your frustration is. You're trying to tune into your psychic gifts. Maybe you're trying to tune into that side of yourself. And, it's a process, right? You have to go through the process to get there. And the process can be frustrating and daunting, right? Scary, right? So, blue aventurine, cypress, right? Intention, happiness shared. I travel in gratitude for my soul family who shares the sacred work of this lifetime with me. The journey of my soul is better for the company of those who walk this path with me, and I work diligently to heal and improve my relationships with those I love. The stone is kunzite, and the essential oil is frangipani. And you know what? Isn't that a great intention for you, Sagittarians? Right? Because, you have supporters, right? You do. And so be in gratitude of that. Be in gratitude of those supporters. And even if you don't realize who they are right now, be grateful because they're coming, right? You can't be grateful for just what's here now, but also what is on its way. Burning to connect. I seek to embrace and connect with others as a means of expanding my capacity to give and receive love. By loving and connecting openly, I receive the energies of others which enhance my life. Through these connections, I learn new skills and gain new tools for my practice. The stone's azurite and the essential oil is blue lotus. Right? Let's go back to your other cards. And so think about that, connecting with others. And you did get that unexpected sort of supporter of your cause, right? As in the King of Spring. And, it's funny how you could be talking with someone and suddenly you realize that you just got a solution to your problem in the midst of just a general conversation, right? Something comes up and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's so wisdom I could use right now. And I wasn't even really looking for it at that moment. I was just having a general conversation with this person. And so maybe that is a way for you. And then that knowledge is going to help you move forward in the process, right? Move forward in the decision making, move forward in the relationship, move forward in finding a relationship, move forward in all of those things, right? And so that is a great intention to set, to connect with others who can help you expand and learn and know, right? Right? Remember, be open to receive love. I'm open and receptive to love. So, being receptive, it's one thing to say, gee, I want somebody to love me, but it's another thing to be receptive to that, right? That comes from two totally different train of thoughts. Life is always trying to love you, but you need to be open to see it. Complete this sentence. I can make it easier for life to love me by. How can you be more open? Instead of being worrying and frustrated and impatient and instead of just wanting to throw in the towel and how can you be more open and more receptive? And how can you connect in ways that further your path, that help further you, that show you a new way, that open new doors, starts new relationships, right? So how can you make it easier for life to do that for you? Instead of being frustrated and impatient, what can you do to make it easier for those things to happen for you? Right? And isn't that true with everything in life? I think, we have to be open to it. We have to make life easier. We have to make it easier for life to give it to us, right? Instead of getting in our own way. All right, let's roll the dice. Let's see what you get, Sagittarius. Let's see what you get for a roll of the dice for planetary alignment, and you got Pluto. And this is the Pluto symbol on the dice. I hold it up on the card because you can see the symbol better, because otherwise you just can't see it. So Pluto, Sirius, and Shiva are the deities for the planet Pluto. And this is all about transformation, right? Death, rebirth, regeneration, subconscious, shadow, all that's Pluto, right? All that's Pluto, and it's also about empowering yourself, right? What about your cards? Psychic awakening. Being impatient with the process because it's painful. It's painful. It's frustrating. It's, it doesn't happen at the speed that we want it to happen. And it's ugly. And, it's trying to learn to connect and reconnect and, connect with our past, connect with our future, let go of what's no longer serving us, right? And this is where that kindness card also comes back into play for you, right? Because in times of transformation, that is when we need kindness the most. And so, Sagittarians, if you are trying to connect in a relationship, if you are trying to anything you're trying to be in relationship with, right? Does it have to be a person? Maybe you're trying to have a better relationship with money, or better relationship with your kids or your parents or your siblings, right? Transformation's hard, and death and rebirth is part of that. And so kindness to yourself is really going to be important for you this week as you make these transformations, learning to connect, tapping into what no longer, to find out what no longer serves you, being patient, looking for that unexpected answers, looking for that truth, looking for that, support, right? That's all I have for you. All right, my Sagittarian friends, thank you for watching. I will see you next week. And remember, as always, I do love you, and I hope you have a great week.